Most people have no idea where their money is going, and we are going to change that today. Welcome back to another video. My name is Steph. If you are new, then welcome. Lovely to have you here on my channel. If you've been following along, or if you haven't been, then I have been doing a mass declutter and just simplifying my entire life recently. So if you want to check those videos out, I will leave the link to the playlist below for you to go and have a look. And today we are continuing with that theme, and we're going to be talking about decluttering our finances. And the first thing we need to do, and my first tip is, for us to be able to declutter our finances, we need to know exactly where our money is going. So that is my first tip, is to identify exactly where your money is going every time you spend it. So if that means that you need to note it down on your phone, or you need to carry a pen and a paper with you and just note down how much you're spending and what exactly it is that you're spending it on. So try to categorize it up, whether it's like food, entertainment, bills, anything like that. Do it for at least a month so you can get a real good understanding of exactly how much money is going to each category. The alternative is that you can go back for the past month or couple of months on your bank statements, print them out if you can, or export them into an Excel spreadsheet and go through them line by line and figuring out again how much you're spending and on what exactly you're spending your money on, because then that's going to give you a very good visualization or a visual of where your money is going. And that leads me into my very next point, which is look at how you can reduce your expenses. So identifying where your money is going will be able to sort of give you a really good picture of what it is that you're doing with your money. For me, I was spending a lot of my money on food, and I didn't want that to happen. So for me to sit down and look at where my money was going showed me that picture and made me realize just how much money I was spending on going out to eat all the time. So I switched that up. I decided I wasn't going to do that anymore. I was going to start cooking, or actually buying meal prepped food, so that I wasn't going out and eating out as much as I was doing so. And you can do the same thing. Just look at where your money is going and where do you want to reduce. And maybe instead of spending your money on food all the time, maybe you want to use that money for like fun stuff, like playful stuff, which is what I wanted to do. And then that kind of leads into then looking at ways that you can reduce your actual bills. Now, I don't know about where you live, but here in Australia, we've got a couple of companies that will actually do all the work for you. So if you want to look at maybe switching it up with your private health insurance, what else? Electricity, gas, contents insurance, car insurance, all sorts of stuff. You can actually ring them up, tell them exactly what it is that you need. Maybe your focus is that you just want to save as much money as you possibly can. You don't want all the bells and whistles. And then they look at what best is going to suit you, and then they're able to look at switching it up for you so that you can save some money. I actually do this quite regularly. So at least every 12 months I will ring them and I'll go through if anything has changed for my needs, and then we look at what is the best policy for me. And I've been able to save a lot of money doing that. And what else I've done is I also inquire how much it will cost me on an annual basis versus if I pay a month by month basis. And in car insurance and contents insurance or home insurance, you might actually find that if you pay for your policy in advance for a 12-month period, that's actually going to save you money versus you spending it month by month. So I've switched over to paying all of my insurances and whatnot. That's given me the ability to save money doing it that way. I do that. And then what I do is when I get paid, I make sure that I know how much that premium will cost me over the basis of 12 months. I divide it by 12 to get my monthly need or monthly requirement to cater for that premium. And then I make sure that I put that aside into a separate bank account so that in 12 months time when it's due, I'm not scrounging or searching for money. I've got it there sitting in my bank account that I can use. This light is driving me crazy. The sun keeps popping in and out of this cloud, so I apologized. See, it's changing again right in front of your eyes. Anyway, I'm just going to continue. I'm sorry if the sun just keeps changing my lighting, but I just really want to get this content out to you. I think it's very valuable. So I was talking about money and looking at ways that you can reduce your expenses. A couple of other things that you might want to look at is subscriptions. Like, do you subscribe to certain things that maybe you just don't really use, or you just don't see the value or the benefit in them anymore? Cancel them, get rid of them. And that goes for all those shopping subscription emails that you get in your inbox. If you have been following along in the decluttering journey, then you would have actually already done your clean out of your inbox. If you haven't, that's okay. You can go back and watch the video where I actually did a massive clean out of my computers and my phone and all that kind of fun stuff. You can follow it along. But if you haven't, then go in there now and just go through and do a mass unsubscribe. And actually, if you do go back to the video where I did do my social digital space clean out, you'll actually see a really good tool that I suggest that makes your life a little bit more easier in being able to do that. So I will leave a link to the video above for you here, and again in the description box as well if you want to go check that one out after this video, of course, because we're talking about money, and I love money and money loves me and money loves you as well. So now that we have finished looking at reducing our expenses as best as we possibly can, now is the time to set up all your separate accounts so that you've got dedicated money to the particular specific areas within your life. And some of these accounts, I'll list them out, but there is another video that I've done where I actually talk about the breakdown of all of my accounts and how I actually manage my money. So if you would like to see that video, I will also link it above here for you, and in the description box, it's all about how I budget my money. Now, if you do want me to go into a full in-depth video where I actually take you like hands-on, show you exactly how I manage my money, how I keep track of my money and all my expenses, then give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment below and let me know that you would love to see that, and I will make it work. But yes, the accounts that I suggest setting up is obviously an expense account, so that all your expenses, all your bills, you can cater to them in one go, so that every time you get paid, a certain percentage of money goes into your expense account. The next one is, now off the top of my memory, I have to go by this. So you've got your expenses, your education, so courses, books, mentorships, coaching. You have your give money. So your give money is to charity, or maybe you want to save up so you've got a bit of extra money at Christmas time. Then you've also got your investing account. You should be saving a percentage of your income to be able to invest regularly. Another one for your play account. So that is a certain percentage of income that you allow every time you get paid to just be playful and have fun with it. And that can include things like going to the movies, eating out, getting massages, going away for the weekend, whatever it is that you want to do with that money, you can. And the last one is a long-term savings. So that could be something that just absolutely inspires you, or maybe you want to buy a new car in a couple of years' time, so you want to make sure that you're putting money away for that. So those are the 6 accounts that I personally have. I actually have an extra one on the side, which is called my security fund. I've saved a certain percentage, or I've allowed a certain amount of time for my expenses. So, you know, I would pick between 3 to 6 months, tally up all your expenses on how much it would take for you to live for 3 to 6 months, and then allow that amount of money and keep it in your security fund. So that is my first priority, is getting that security fund set up, and then set up your little sub accounts. Once you've got enough money in your security fund, you then, every time you receive income, you automatically set up your bank to have those transfers in place, so that, you know, 10% goes into your play account, 10% goes into your investing, 10% into your savings, whatever the percentages are that you need to be able to live the lifestyle that you desire. And that way you don't need to stress about anything. Money comes in, you've got your direct debits or your direct transfers automatically set up, and it is done like that. Easy peasy. So those are my tips on how to really get in and declutter and organize your finances. So I hope you did get value out of this video. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up, because that lets me know that you enjoyed it. Anyway, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.